Welcome to the Coach Brennan Tuesday press conference. The Spartans head to Utah State for a Saturday night showdown at 7:45 p.m. on FS1. Coach will have a quick statement, then feel free to ask questions. Coach?
Good afternoon. Good to see everybody. Let's see. All right, so we are coming off a tough loss at San Diego State. I give their team and Coach Hoke a ton of credit. They played better than us. We didn't deserve to win. It's that simple. We lost momentum with the kickoff return in the first quarter, and then we played, a quarter and a half of bad football, both sides of the ball, and we just couldn't get back on track. And then, kind of started to get some stuff going in the second half, and just it wasn't enough. It was too little, too late. And so it was really, really a frustrating night for all of us. I'm really disappointed. The players are really disappointed. But we flushed that on Sunday and went to work on Utah State. These guys are absolutely playing their best football this season right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. We have to go to their place, which is always a tough place to go. I did a radio interview today. They just wanted to talk about the elevation and the weather, which I'm like, we can't control that stuff. So I'm not, it's not like they're going to turn up the temperature for me because I ask. But we're playing a really good team, right? The quarterback is settling in since replacing, Bonner from a year ago. He's doing a great job. They have a very veteran team. When you watch them play, their defense flies to the football. They've got good players all over it. A lot of upperclassmen, a lot of guys that have played a lot of football for them and played at a high level, right? They won the conference a year ago. And then offensively, excellent veteran offensive line, big bodies that are athletic and physical. Their running back is an outstanding player. I think he's one of the top rushers in the conference. And then they have an outstanding receiving core, which they've always seemed to have. So this is an incredible challenge for us. Blake Anderson and that staff do a great job. I've known Blake for a long time. He's an excellent coach and one of the best human beings I know. And so it's going to be an incredible challenge for our team to go on the road and play good football. And so that's what we're trying to do. We had a great practice today and yesterday, and here we are.
Questions for Coach?
Brent, from assuming what you saw on tape, say on Sunday, are there good things you can carry over, things you definitely don't want to carry over going into Utah State?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, one of the complicated things about playing San Diego State is just that the defense is different than what you see every week, right? And so that's a challenge. And then they match that with good players and physicality and effort, and they did a great job. So there's lots of stuff. I thought we really fought till the end. I thought we kept playing, which I thought was really good. I think that speaks to the team and who they are and who they want to be. But there's definitely too many mistakes on there, and that's and at times I think because of the magnitude of the game, it was maybe a little bit of guys trying to do too much. Trying to help out here when they're really supposed to be over here, and just things like that. And everybody just needs to do their job, and they need to do it with great effort and great detail, and just worry about their 1 of 11. And that's what we're talking about this week.
Do you have to be in a certain emotional, mental headspace when going back and looking at the film from the San Diego State game?
Help me with that.
As far as just looking at it kind of dispassionately and not getting too angry and too hung up on things and still working through.
I mean, I guess you would like to. I don't know if that I don't know if it happens that way, because it's an emotional game and it was an emotional moment, right? And the frustration and the disappointment was far reaching, right? Like everybody felt that and everybody had a piece of it, right? Players, coaches, me, starting with me. And so but yeah, I think when you are looking at the film, you have to fight to be objective, and you have to fight to be patient. Okay, can we fix that or can we not? Right? Sometimes you line up and the guy's just better than you, and you shake his hand and way to go, and you move on, right? And there was some of that on Saturday, but I think we can play better football than we played.
At this point in the season, when teams are watching tapes on each other, how deep do you go into these reviews? Are there tendencies and refinements that you need to?
Yeah, everyone's always trying to figure that stuff out. You know what I mean? I think the thing that gets tricky this type of year is that week to week you don't know exactly if all the pieces are going to be there. For their team and our team, right? And so because, you're so far into the season, the wear and tear of the game and the wear and tear of the season. So, who's in, who's out, who's stepping up. You got a young guy here, you got a new guy there, that type of thing. And so some of that stuff you don't know until you get to game day.
Why has Utah State given you guys so much trouble over the past over a decade or so?
Well, I can't speak to that because I've only been here for a short amount of time, and we played them my first 2 years, and we were not a good football team, and they got after us pretty good. And then we didn't play them in 20, and then we played them last year, and they got after us. Right, it's like that game against Utah State last year kind of felt a lot like San Diego State did, unfortunately. Right, like we jumped out, and then we started not playing complimentary football, not playing good football, and we turned it over and just all kinds of messy stuff, and they ran away with it. And so I think they're always well coached. They have good personnel. I think they've done a great job of building that program over time. They have an incredible facility and a stadium and a skybox and an indoor and a weight room, and they have like just football weight room, right? So they have some cool things that I think help recruit good players to their program, and then those players know that when they get there, they're going to be well coached, and it's going to be a good process for them. So I think that's part of it. No one's playing good football with bad players, right? That's why the NFL puts such a premium on evaluation and the draft and all that, right? And so how do you get those good players to choose your institution? And that's why our new facility is such a big deal for us, right? That's like a big piece that we haven't had. It's going to be a lot of fun when we get it. We're 7 months away.
Yeah, that's cool. Pollard and Parham, they are so active and so comfortable each week. And would you say they're like the perfect use case of these guys getting reps and these guys just doing what they're supposed to be doing? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. And Scott White is a fantastic football coach. He's been with us now. This is his fourth year officially, his fifth year. He's a volunteer for a year. He's excellent, does a fantastic job with those guys, and you can see that in the production of that room over the years, right? And it's really fun to watch. And, from Kyle Harmon to Jordan Cobbs, who's obviously out, and now these two young guys step in, and they're balling, right? And it's really fun to see. And I think that speaks to also the evaluation process, which I just mentioned, right? Like seeing that, oh no, this is a good fit for us and what we do. And then those players also putting in the work and, improving and extra film and, just attacking their process of development individually, right? Then you plug that into the defense and you can see the plays they're making. They're doing a great job.
How do you balance just acknowledging what happened Saturday, but also finding a way to move on from it?
Because you have no choice, right? You have no choice. You have to get ready for the next one, And we've had some hard stuff this year, right? When Camden passed away, we had to get ready for the next week, right? We don't get to stop the season, And so, every football season has its ups and downs. It has things that challenge you. You play really well and don't win, right? You play well and win. You play bad and find a way to win. There's all these different things that happen. And so you do try to take an honest look at every part of it, starting with me as a head coach. What could I have done better to prepare us better for that moment or for that situation? Or when momentum swung, what could I have done better in my role as the head coach? Or could our staff have done something better? Could the team have done something better? There's so many things that you try and evaluate as you're hoping to play better football the next week. But the main thing is that I don't, if you dwell on that too much, right, then you're missing the necessary preparation time for this next one, right? And so you really have to flush it and move on. And that's what we've been trying to do.
So general football question, but is there this additional cold weather adjustments, scheme-wise or quick passing game or in between tackle, running or whatever? Is that?
No, we're going to play how we play. It is interesting, right? Because what was the temperature of our game the other night? 65 or, and all of our games here, I don't think we've had a game below 60 degrees this season. So it is different for us. You know what I mean? But it's like I told the players, if you get drafted in Green Bay, are you not going to go? yeah, like we got to play. So let's get ready to play.
So yesterday saw you taking sprints with the team. What was the thought process behind that?
That's a funny question. I felt it this morning. I got up to go for my morning run, and I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? Both my hamstrings were a little tight. I was just up there kind of cheering the guys on, and Jaime Navarro was like, Coach B, get in here. And I was like, all right. And so I ran the last 4 with him. It was fun, but I definitely felt it today.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all. See y'all soon. Appreciate you being here.